these young kids are killing. A coin called Brett Coin, $2 billion is a meme coin. 7th biggest meme coin in the world, $2 billion valuation. It's crazy, man. This guy paid $6 million for a banana. You saw that motherfucker in New York? They went to auction, a banana taped against a fucking wall. The guy took it, paid $6 million for that shit, then ate the banana.
Yeah. I think when you connect so many people instantly, as we're doing right now with technology, it's so powerful that anything can happen. You can have a meme coin with a $2 billion valuation.
What's the future of AI and lead gen, in your opinion? How are you using AI?
Everybody's just using AI. We're using it to make us work faster. We analyze how the process is normally done by a human, and then how can it be done by AI? And if it's possible that it can be done by AI, how can we do that efficiently in the best way possible?
Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG Show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys who've cashed in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go. Listen, I had to do this, man. This guy paid $6 million for a banana. You saw that motherfucker in New York?
Yeah.
They went to auction, a banana taped against a fucking wall. The guy took it, paid $6 million for that shit, then ate the banana. Right? So, bro, I got inspiration, man. I got you this pair of Art Basel.
Oh, wow.
I paid half a Bitcoin for this shit. You know?
Wow, thank you so much.
I got this thing, Art Basel status, and then I also got this one. This one just cost a couple Solana.
A couple Solana?
A couple Solana. This wasn't as expensive. It's a brown, I don't know, it's a fucking snowball. I don't know if it's a meteor from fucking outer space. Yeah. This is going to make your, sell more calls, bro. Paper call extravaganza, bro.
That's half a Bitcoin?
No, the pair was half a Bitcoin. This was like 2.6 Solana.
2.6?
Yeah.
You know, I sold Solana when I thought they were crashing, right?
Me too, bro.
Bad move.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I sold like 120. Shit went to like 10 or 12. I'm like, should I buy it?
Yeah.
Took it off my radar. Went back to like 250, man.
Yeah. It was a bad move because I should have kept it, but whatever.
Dude, so we're talking Art Basel. We were with Samara. We went to this crypto party in Live by accident on Wednesday. There was a by accident. Rick Ross is there. All these motherfuckers. By accident, yeah. Like I didn't even know we were there until I realized what the fuck was going on. Really weird place, man. And these young kids are killing. A coin called Brett Coin, $2 billion is a meme coin. 7th biggest meme coin in the world, $2 billion valuation. It's crazy, man.
You saw the Hakatua girl too?
Oh yeah, she fucked everybody.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Maybe it's time to buy that crap, man. It's down 99.9%.
I'm just surprised. I think I'm surprised that I'm not surprised. Yeah. I think that when you connect so many people instantly, like we're doing right now with technology, it's so powerful that anything can happen. You can have a meme coin with a $2 billion valuation.
Dude, I'll tell you what, when I was there, I was hammered, man. I'm telling someone, bro, these motherfuckers created Brett Coin. I'm doing LFG Coin. I don't give a shit.
Hey, I'll buy some.
Yeah, but we put, listen, we're not trying to do a pump and dump some crap. We put restrictions on this. I don't know. We got to figure this out.
Well, I want to be part of the pump team.
No, we're pumping in there. We're not dumping it. We're not going to do no fucking rug pools, man. Can't live like that. Anyway, bro, we just turned into the crypto show, bro.
Hey, crypto calls.
CryptoCalls.com. We should look into that domain, man. Some motherfuckers gonna buy us.
Yeah, all the scam rooms.
CryptoCalls.com. Anyway, man, yo, Carlos, man, great to be here with you. You're the second guest we ever had on the show.
Thank you.
You and I have been talking a lot recently, man. You're fucking making big moves. You've always been making big moves. And I feel like recently you're back on the scene. You won the $10 million Goat Award. Yeah. Congratulations on that. You got money making Mondays turned to money making Thursdays.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit to unpack here, man. Where you want to start? I don't even know where to start. There's a lot of stuff to start with here. What a fucking show, man. What's your opinion about this show?
It was an amazing show. I love this small mastermind settings. You know, when you get 20 guys together, people are really willing to share and open up about core business problems, things they're doing, see how you can make more money appear out of it, right? It's been fucking dope.
I was a mastermind for you. Let people know, man.
Powerful, impactful, man. It was about giving and also like receiving information, knowledge, and it was great, man. Bonding with these guys, honestly, great people. Everybody's just generous and wanting to grow. And man, it's a great environment to be around.
What was your favorite part of this whole LFG mastermind at Colombiacon? What was your favorite part so far?
I mean, so much knowledge, and there's so many people with so much information about how to run on different type of verticals, how to run on different type of platforms. People were sharing it. I'm pretty sure everybody got something that out of it. They'll help them scale like crazy.
Goal here is we just want to get like-minded people in the same fucking room so they can make fucking money together, and that's exactly what happened today. We did it.
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business.
I think this year was great. I was telling you earlier, right, that I think this year financially could have been better, but so is every year, right? You could always do better financially, but besides that, it was still a great year. We have been busy. I took a break from doing like Money Making Mondays and stuff like that. And in the meantime, we've just been busy like building a lot of like internal tools and a lot of internal resources that allow us to have like a competitive edge and work more efficiently. And reorganizing the team, structuring all that stuff, and start using like task management tools to better keep control of a remote team.
These are internal task management, or you're outsourcing like Asana or something like that?
We use ClickUp.
Okay.
But see, I'm not an expert at ClickUp, and I have no time to really like become an expert in 2 days type of thing. So what we did is we hired, which we've been doing this for a while, we just hired like a consultant, then bring them on board, like fractional, and then set everything up, get the team on board, start them using it, see the usage goes up, and then like keep him on a retainer in case we need him. But for the most part, everything is automated. And it's beautifully, like, I get nerdy about this stuff, but because it's so automated in the way that when, for example, when a publisher goes and sign up, what happened next, it's pretty much everything is automated with a human oversight. So we make sure that the Everflow ID, for example, it's carry over to like Ringba, and then in Ringba, an account is created. And a sub ID, which is the Everflow ID, it's automatically passed, so it matches in the reportings. An invitation email is sent, so they can access the platform. IOs are generated, and
That's awesome.
Our emails are sent to submit creatives and stuff like that. So all of this happens automatically, which allow our team to be more efficient and keep better control and track of pretty much everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I just stand over there, go to my little stand-up desk, and I can run the whole operations.
Yeah, I think I don't know, a lot of people realize how technical you are, right? That you're kind of like a geek in that sense, but it's good.
Yeah.
I think that gives you an edge. You talk about having an edge or competitive advantage, and I think that gives you those little nuances, help you see things from a different perspective that most people in our industry don't see.
Yeah. I am a little geeky when it comes to that stuff, and lately, I have to say that I've been like focusing a lot in no code or low code development, and I'm loving it. So that's what I've been using together with my team to build these tools and resources, which analyzes calls and give us better dispositions and stuff that we don't even get from our buyers or advertisers. We have to wait forever for them to send us one, and the ones that do are limited, and they don't really include the KPIs or they don't include the metrics that we're looking for that make sense to our industry, to our business, right? So if it doesn't exist, we need to build it, and how can we go about that? Trying to do it in the most efficient way possible. For me, at the stage that we are at, I think that no code, low code builders are the way to go.
So it sounds to me you're collapsing time frames, you're taking more control, right? Because instead of relying on a developer who's going to take their sweet time, take a couple weeks to get you your shit, you taking control. You no code, low code, get that shit done real quickly within seconds, minutes, hours, whatever the fuck it is. And the name of the game is speed and execution. If you can execute fast and in a good manner, and not rely on somebody, that's going to fuck it up or take weeks, then you have an edge. I think that's another part of what we're talking about.
There's a new endeavor called Roofs in the Box. It's just, man, from day one, it's taken off.
When I first started getting into the roofing industry, what was happening was my fixed costs were always there. And so for me, I was looking at how can we kind of, one, save on these costs, and then two, how do I not lay people off during down times? But also maybe even the ability to pocket more money during the slow season or even the peak season. Since we've done this before, like with our lead gen companies where we have virtual staffing and from Argentina or Colombia, I'm like, why don't we do the same thing in the construction business? Now, once we figured it out, so we reduced their fixed cost by 70%. And so now during the downtime, they have real seasoned veteran type of players. But during the uptime, they pocket 70% of their operational costs are now going back in their pocket. And then when it's time to scale, they have the back end prepared, already ready to go to help them like lift off. Depending on what state you're in, you're averaging about 12.5% on what you pay out on taxes, insurance, all the different insurances that you have to pay out, right? So yeah, you don't have to pay out unemployment, you don't have to pay out FICA insurance, Medicare, Social Security, the things that business owners have to eat.
Roofs in the Box is not just limited to roofing or home improvement companies.
You can use it for any services, right? You can use it for IT. We use them internally for data sales, for hygiene, for analytics. It doesn't even matter what the vertical is.
Like business in the box at the end of the day.
Pretty much, yeah.
To some of our buyers, we ask them, especially like in the ACA vertical, right? Do you have a scorecard? And some of them do, some of them don't. If they don't, then we supply them with our own scorecard. So every single call that comes in, we analyze that call using API transcriptions and AI, and then provide them with a scorecard. Like, did the agent follow compliance? The person had Medicaid or Medicare, VA coverage, that the annual income was qualifying, and things like that, right? Like a whole full complete scorecard. So that's also a competitive edge, because like some of their vendors are not providing them that, right? Or if they are, it's by custom requests and stuff like that. Yeah. With us, it's just a standard. Doesn't matter, we just onboard you, automatically put you in, because it's going to give you better insights on our calls and your agent's performance and sales as well.
Yeah. So essentially, it says, pretend I'm the insurance company, right? I'm buying ACA calls. Where you're acting as an extension of me. You're providing quality assurance that, and a lot of these guys, you can't depend on them to do that. I mean, I would say from my experience, I don't know what your experience is. If I have 10 clients, fucking 1 or 2 is buttoned up. They got the quality assurance. They got a good call center. So when you do something like that, you're going a step above. Again, it gives you another competitive edge, right? And now you got the transparency there. You know which ad sets are working, what campaigns are working better. You press the gas or turn these off, right? That's essentially what you're doing.
Correct. It's more so for like, the calls themselves, right? Yeah. Like carriers, was a caller enrolled in like what carrier? Was compliance followed by the agent? Was the caller satisfied? Are they likely to continue the plan? Things like that. Mm-hmm. So it's like a whole scorecard that we come up with using, hundreds of calls to come up with specific questions. And we can do that, but I'm just saying ACA as a vertical. We can do that for all the different verticals that we operate in, right? But ACA now is kind of like booming, and it's been booming. It's a big industry, but also for like Medicare, for debt, we don't really do a lot of like solar and stuff like that, but we can easily do it as well. Yeah. The point being is that the technology is there for us to provide the source and the targets with this, information.
And we're talking about pay-per-call, right?
Correct,
yeah,
pay-per-call,
yeah. Correct. And again, going back, I was at the TCPA summit in Tampa. What was it, Monday and Tuesday? Just got back yesterday. And man, late last night, bro, fucking paper calls gonna really, really explode. And I can't emphasize that. I got out of college, man, and 20 years ago, bond broker, making phone calls. Yeah. There was no federal DNC list. Yeah. It came out like my first year out of college, and people were like, oh, fucking outbound dialing is gonna die. Didn't keep dying. It got crazier, right? But anyway, they've done all these laws. They're making it harder and harder to outbound dial. And they said by 2030, they're going to run out of phone numbers, man, to outbound dial. It's a big fucking problem.
That's wild.
So, yeah, I heard that, and I'm like, man, you could create the best lead in the world for your client. You know, we have a lot of home improvement buyers, and they buy web form leads from us. But if they can't contact that person, it doesn't matter how good your fucking lead is. So I'm like, I got to really double down on pay per call. So everyone here, if you're on pay per call now, great. Yeah. How can you make your product better? Like with ideas from Carlos. And second of all, if you're not, you got to get with the fucking program. So for me in particular, I got we do pay per call. We don't do huge numbers. We've had some good months. But I got to really put more effort into it because I'm hearing that I got to get these buyers to take fucking calls. And if I can show them how to do it, I got them for life, man. You know?
No, I think pay per call is trending.
Yeah.
And I think pay per call is also like it's gonna become even more popular, and as the more that we see regulation take effect, like the one-to-one consent and outbound dialing.
It's like 5 weeks from now, man. It takes effect. 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, outbound dialing. I don't want to say that it's dying because I don't think it will ever die, but it's definitely going to be affected. Mm-hmm. And to avoid litigations, a lot of the buyers are going to start, shifting their budgets into inbound consumer-initiated calls, right? Yeah. So it's definitely the right place to be at. I'll definitely, if you're new to pay-per-call, check it out.
Yeah, and one thing that I love about you, and you had a great podcast with John and Castle and Adam the other day, and you touched upon it. Adam spoke very profusely about how you're very selfless, right? You teach other people, and you have some great stories on there. I'm starting to see that with the LFG show when you help people out. I'm busy as fucking. You help some people out, like man, they just they tell you some great stories. You have people pay off mortgages and all this stuff and learning from you. And you taught a lot of people how to get in the game, and now they're putting up big numbers, right? So Adam talked about that, but I think that's one of the things that makes you very unique is that you're willing to go the extra mile to do that, right? And so first of all, that's amazing. Second of all, now you're back on it. You took some break away from Money Making Mondays. Focus on the company. Now you got Money Making Thursdays going on, right? So tell us more about it and how can people learn more about that and participate.
So it's a funny story because I took a break from Money Making Monday. I was like, hey, I want to focus on stuff that I just discussed with you, right? And then we found someone that was willing to do our Thursdays calls. So we found someone that was like, hey, I will do the, Inner Circle Thursday calls. And I was like, great, let's do it. I will introduce you in the first 1 or 2 calls, right? And then after that, that's it. You take over and it's your call and you run it. The audience is there. Let's do it. Man, tell me how this guy quit on me.
No way.
On the second call. And I'm like, no.
So how many people were on that? How many did you? What was the community like? The numbers at that point?
It's not that huge, but it was like 80 people.
But still, man, 80 people. Yeah.
So it was 80 people in the Zoom call, and they were like, no, you did not, bro. So he definitely just quit on me. So I was like, fuck. All right, let's do it. So I started doing it again. We have grown that community. It's a Slack community. And it's like about 1,600 people right now.
That's amazing.
And they are all like, media buyers and networks and everybody. Like Adam is there from Rimba, Alex Market Call. It's a beautiful place, like with a bunch of people in their industry just collaborating in, day in and day out. And it's truly amazing because I get to learn like from the whole community, and I love that. Like, at heart, I think I'm a little geek, So I love learning, and I see what some other people are doing and are sharing with AI, with calls, with ads, with creatives, with process, with a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, wow, this guy's like crushing it. And no wonder why there's no other industry that at least like in the lead gen space that you can do, $10, $50, $100 million per year revenue running a complete remote lead generation company in calls.
Yeah.
Like many of our colleagues and friends have done in this space.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening in any other industry. I don't see, so I love it. I think it's the right moment to be in it. I think that coming up with resources and tools that can, give you a competitive advantage is a smart thing. Creating your own brands and then collaborating with the community around the industry, exchanging ideas and networking and all of that, and boom.
Yeah.
You got yourself the recipe for success.
100%. I gotta jump in there, man. 1,600 people. That's amazing. And I just know that, just even from the show yesterday, it wasn't your typical show.
Yeah.
But man, I come out of there with these ideas, and I was motivated, man. And I even got it increased my business. People I hadn't talked to in a while. I'm like, I hit them up. I'm like, bro, we gotta collaborate on everything, and bam, all of a sudden, like, we're getting campaigns going within 24 hours. But just that circle, it becomes a gift that keeps on giving, man. So I mean, 1,600. I didn't know it was that big. I would have thought maybe a few hundred, 300, 400, 500, which is still pretty big, man.
Yeah, that's honestly. Yeah. It started with one. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's growing because we don't charge anything to become a part of it. Just like come Slack, hang out. If you need support, there's support. It's a whole community just talking about calls. We have like a marketplace section. So if you want to promote your shit, like you just go there, promote your offer, whatever. Thinking about creating also like a careers.
It's a good idea.
Like a lot of people are hiring, affiliate managers, media buyers and stuff like that, so they can start posting.
Yeah.
And just build a whole community around that. Mainly so we can support our, our vendors and our publishers and why not, right? So they have questions, is an easy way to reach us. Our staff is there. So.
Yeah, I can't emphasize the importance of community and working with an expert or a team of experts, because instead of you trying to figure it out on your own, that's going to take you how long, how much time, how much money. You join a community like that, like yours, and you learn a lot quicker. We're trying to do that for LFG. It's taking a while, but we're finally going to get it going, and I'm looking forward to that because I think it keeps it keeps you sharpening your shit, because you're going to be talking about this stuff. You got to know yourself, and I think you mentioned something important too. We learn from each other, right? I'm doing these podcasts, and John said that too, and you're saying, I'm listening to you, and you give me these fucking ideas. I'm like, this is an honor to be talking to someone that's been doing it as long as you have, that's driven hundreds of thousands, if not millions of calls. Because then I get one little piece of advice or one idea, and then bam, I'm off to the races, right? It's just, you can't emphasize how important that is. So, yeah, guys, if you're not part of this Carlos community, we'll put a link here. Join the community, because it's so fucking important. And I'll tell you another thing. When you did the mastermind you did a couple of years ago, that was like 2 years ago, man.
I know.
2 years ago, around this date.
October, 2 years ago.
What was that? I thought it was December.
I think it was October, November.
It was late October, early November.
Late October,
good
2022.
Time, right? That was great. Well, bro, that left an imprint on me, man. You did such a great job. And I remember you were outside, you were filming, man, and you were so poised. And I'm like, man, I got to do that shit one day. And then, fast forward a couple years later, we got the LFG. We got it going, right? But those little things add up. It's like a little push, a little nudge, right? Yeah. And I don't know if you remember, but you probably do remember. We did it near your office. It was Lead Gen World. I was hungover. I was 3 days in Miami's rough, bro. 3 days with everybody going out, blah, 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 blah. And
let's do it.
The camera guys, let's do some B-roll. We're going to figure something out. We're trying to like an intro hype video. And dude, I wasn't myself. And you're like, yo, Dave, there's 3 bullet points, blah, 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 blah. And I did it. And we came up with something fire, man.
Yeah, I remember. Downstairs.
Yeah.
Was it just, boom, boom, 1, 2, 3. Come on, you can do it. And
dude, that changed everything when we did. And then the camera guy did his magic. I'm like, holy shit, this came out good. It's just amazing what you can do. But that's the value of working or having an expert on your side, having a team of experts that are your friends and whatever, man. But yeah, listen, you've been a big part of this, man. I can't emphasize that enough. And that mastermind blew me away, man. Learned a lot from that.
We want to do it again.
Yeah, you got to do it again, man. We'll collaborate on that somehow.
Yeah, like we want to do it again. Like we've been talking about it in our calls. Like, hey, we should do a mastermind. And everybody keeps saying Colombia.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It looks like we're gonna have to go to Colombia.
We got one coming in a month. You can't make that one, unfortunately. I want you there. Colombiacon 3, you'll be there, bro.
I will definitely try to make it. But everybody's just like, Colombia's trending. Yeah. Like, Colombia, I want to do it in Miami.
Maybe do both, man. So what we're gonna do, Lead Gen World, what is it, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, last day go to Colombia. I'm wondering if that's too much overkill though. Because Miami's rough on the body, right? All this going out, and then you go to Colombia on top of that, man. Guys got to fucking take their vitamin C's or zincs. They better non-alcoholic beer, man.
That's
gonna be rough, right? One. That's gonna be. We should give awards to motherfuckers that make it.
Yeah,
like an Iron Man award, survival award, man.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we're gonna do.
I survived.
Get some Ringbuck credits or something, man.
I survived Colombiacon.
That's what we should do. But interesting enough, man. So we were. The podcast we did back in January, we just came from LGW.
Yeah.
That was like 11 months ago, right? And we talked about this briefly, man. I wish I could go back to see what we talked about there. I know we talked about like Spanish markets, all this, but this year for me, man, was not what I expected to be in 2024. I think I had all these visions of this, and there was a lot of curveballs that got thrown at us. And listen, we wound up doing, it wasn't the numbers I wanted to hit, but we did decent. Yeah. We cut back. Now we're fucking lean, man. We're lean and mean. And November was the best month of the year as a result of a lot of the changes that were made. Yeah. I had to get back in the fucking weeds, man. So I want to see what was your experience in 20. I feel like we had similar experiences, man.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think everybody had, I'm sure there's people that, had an amazing year. But for the most part, everybody had a kind of similar experience. And I think it has to do a lot with the economy.
Yeah.
Right? The inflation, companies restructuring, mass firing, not spending as much as they used to, and lead gen. Some of them even filing for bankruptcy.
Like huge amounts.
Right?
Fuck, we had a lot of clients. At LGW, it was Sunday night. We threw a dinner, man. One of my clients, solar clients, called me. I missed her call at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, what the fuck? This is not good news. They're going to call me at 10 o'clock at night. And I said, listen, we're filing bankruptcy. I'm going to try to get you paid, do what I can. I can't guarantee it. It was 40 grand, but I was lucky because they paid me weekly. I was ahead of it. Other people, they paid monthly. People got fucked 250, 300, 400, man. So I lost 40,000, but that was at LGW. But that was the first of several. 2 months later, another one went out of business, right? Luckily, they prepaid me. I didn't have a problem. But there was a lot of that shit going on in different verticals, man.
Yeah. So that's, in my opinion, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And the interest rates are super high, right? So, I don't know. Just the economy. The economy was not like what we wanted it to be. It was not like that post-COVID economy that everything is flourishing and booming because there's so much money in the streets, right? Now it's like shit got real. So, yeah. It was a decent year. Could have been better. Hopefully next year is going to be a lot better. I think if we start seeing like interest rate dropping, we're going to see like maybe a comeback in solar. I don't know. Or home improvements. Yeah. Or, things that are, sensitive to those things. Like loans, mortgages, stuff like that, right? That maybe right now is not doing the best, but it could be. I think that we also seen like a uptrend in auto insurance.
It's been huge,
right? So it's good. You still have health insurance to fall back to, good old Medicare and ACA and why not? But it's interesting to see all the other verticals that you can potentially build a brand and dominate,
Yeah.
But it was an interesting year for sure.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, and I think that the people that survived that, I mean, you got some scars from it, some battle scars, but bro, it makes you stronger, it makes you tougher. Yeah. And the ones that are here are the ones that are going to dominate. And listen, big Tony Robbins fan, I've been a business master. He says it's easy. Like, business is like seasons. It's easy to make money when everything's fucking good, the economy's great. But show me someone making money when people are getting crushed. That's a real business person. So that's one thing we learned. I started the company in 2016. Really started to move in 2019, right? I think you were similar. I think that's like your 2020, 2020, 2022, like right up there, right? 2023 came, I'm like, what the fuck's going on? In 2024, so the fact that we're still profitable, nice profit, right? Not what it was in 2022, and dude, we're leaned up, like we're fucking mean. We made so many mistakes. We pissed away a lot of money, man. Is what we did. You're making money with hiring a person for this, doing this, getting the crazy boosts. So now we're smarter, man. And if you can make money in these kind of environments, bro, you're gonna fucking crush it when things turn around.
Yeah. That's why I was like in the last call with the team. Because I don't know, for some reason, everybody that gets into pay-per-call, they want to run Medicare. I don't know, like, you feel the same way, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Medicare, I hear that. All these numbers are Medicare.
What do you think that is, man? Is because they see all this stuff on social media? I guess everyone talking. The big numbers, I think, are in Medicare.
The big numbers, I mean, like, you know, like...
They chase the numbers.
100 million campaigns on Medicare, right? So, like, you know, few guys. So, they see those numbers, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I want, Medicare. So, anyways, I was talking to the team about it, and I was like, to the team, like, the Thursday calls, right? The Zoom call. And listen, I'm tired of hearing this Medicare shit, so I'm gonna break down to you guys and give you the blueprint. Like, if you want to get ready for Medicare, you gotta get ready to come January. Right? Like, and then if you're complaining that you can't find cap, it's because you did everything wrong, you know. And then breaking down the process of what they have to do step by step to, you know, kind of hit those numbers. Which they're definitely not going to hit like their first year, but they can try to do though maybe in their third year or so. Second, if they're really good.
You're right. What you do in January is set you up for the rest of the year, especially for open enrollment. It takes you can't start in fucking June, July, August.
Yeah. There's tons of compliance you got to go through. Requests from, you know, e-brokers and carriers, and approvals and opt-ins, and there's tons of stuff that you have to go through. And insurance policies, the whole 9 yards. Creative process. It's insane to think you can pull that off in a month or two. So you could pull it off, but not on a professional level.
That doesn't make sense.
You know?
So what was your advice on that call? What did you tell people?
Well, you got to join the call. I was telling them like a blueprint, like as far as what they needed to do, like step one, like make sure, you know, you got all your ducks in a row, like as far as like insurance requirements. Like most of the e-brokers are going to require that you have your general liability, that you also have your professional insurance, which is like your errors and omissions. And because we store phone calls and recordings and stuff like that, you need a cyber threat policy as well. Right? So first, you got to get those. And those are going to be based on revenue. So if you're starting out, that's a good thing because your policies are going to be rather affordable. If you're already doing numbers, you know, get ready for that.
So what's the range? You're starting out, what do you expect to pay on the policy, or have you been established?
Well, it depends, you know, like if you starting out, maybe you can get all those policies for like a couple $1,000, you know. And then if you're already doing like a lot of revenue, it can go into the 15, 20, 30 plus. So, right? Depending on the business, right? So then once you have that, right, you can, you know, and again, it depends who you get the insurance with, and like, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can get a great deal at a cheaper price, or you might not get it. But once you get all that, then you can start then going into, you know, soliciting to the major e-brokers and the carriers, because that's what they're going to ask. They're going to ask that you have proof of creative, landing pages, insurance requirements, compliance, and all that stuff. Once you send the full package, then you can start the process. You can start, you know, getting their edit requests. Like you might have to change a comma in the footer of the landing page, or you got to put an extra space or this disclaimer, or whatever might be the case, right? Or you can't say this, or you cannot say that. And that takes time, doing it with one company. Now, if you're shooting for like 30 companies, you know, it takes a lot of time. So you have to start early in the year. So come, you know, September, you're ready. And not only in September, if you can get approved earlier, you know, you're ready.
You remind me of something. I think my first affiliate summit, my second one ever in New York, 2017 or 2018. We were starting to put okay numbers up in solar, make it happen. And I was buying some mortgage data where mortgage data was great for solar. Same audience, right? Homeowners, you can filter by credit score. So like, fuck, we're gonna do real-time mortgage leads. So I have a meeting with a big mortgage, I don't know who they were, I forgot the name of the company. They asked me fucking questions. I had no idea. Like, are you like you have to have, like you're saying, licenses, this whole fucking checklist. I had none of that shit, man. So, you know, I try to bullshit my way through. That's why I learned you can't, listen, if you're not ready for prime time, don't get ready and then go there, right?
Yeah.
But that's what it is, I think, with Medicare. People see, and back then mortgage was hot as fuck. The rates were so low. It made all the sense in the world, right? So I just stuck to my lane, which was the data. We weren't going to do real-time leads.
No, the thing is this, right? A lot of these guys that are, and girls that are coming into pay-per-call, right? They usually are, you know, some of them have experience in digital marketing and media buying, e-com, Nutra, whatever the case might be. And they see something like pay-per-call, they see somebody that's doing like, you know, numbers. They think it's just as easy as coming up with an ad and, you know, running it on their favorite platform. And give me a number. And why are you not, you know, picking up on calls? Type of thing. And it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lot more complicated than that. Sure, that's part of it, but the whole behind the scenes and the whole compliance behind CMS, right? It's and if you don't do it right, you know, you can end up in rough places.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that with AC, all this crazy stuff going on, it's nuts.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, you gotta know yourself, have a checklist, get it all, and be prepared. That's what it comes down to. And again, being part of the community, you learn about this stuff. The fact that you give that advice, you save people a lot of time and heartache.
I was telling him an advice that I got from Adam, that he told me he got from somebody else. Hiring experts, right, on LinkedIn. So like, hey, if you go on LinkedIn, you can search for past employees of companies, right? And then you can find people that are no longer working in the company, and you can hire them to be a consultant. Maybe offer them, I don't know, $1,000 per hour for a few hours of their time because you need an expert advice for your business. And you'll be surprised how many doors they can open. You'll be surprised the amount of information that they're willing to share, right? So it's something that I'm dropping there for you.
That was a fucking gem right there, by the way. Huge gem.
Huge
gem for the LFG audience right there. Wow, I love that, because at the end of the day, that's the experts get paid what they pay because they learn the trial and tribulations, right? So if you want to get in with a company, someone has a contact, so you don't have the contacts to. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna get in there? So you pay that person, maybe it costs you $5 or $10 grand overall, but if they can land you a multi-million-dollar contract,
they usually do.
Yeah, that's what and then you get one. Now you have a template for another one. Then now you've made 8 figures, 9 figures off that. I mean,
and they usually know each other.
Yes, you're right.
So they usually
birds of a feather flock together.
Right. So somebody that was working for such and such e-broker, chances are that is not working for such and such insurance or whatever might be the case. So they have friends and they know each other, of course, so they can introduce you to more people, right? And then you can keep on building your business. That's what I said, like, use it to your advantage, hire experts because it will make it a lot easier.
Yeah, and listen to the experts.
Yeah, if you're going to do it by yourself. Same thing happened to me, the way you described at the
mortgage
show. Same thing happened to me. Exactly the same thing. I was pumped, I had my folder with the creatives and everything, and I went to a huge Medicare buyer, and I looked like an asshole. I was like, no.
Well, how did they handle it? Were they polite about it?
I knew it. I was.
That's how I felt too. Yeah.
I was swimming too deep, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come back to you guys when I'm ready.
Yeah. They'll appreciate that shit, right? And that meeting. I fumbled my way. I half-assed my way through it, but I knew, damn, that wasn't a good foot forward, man. I can't be doing that shit. And I think it's kind of like the rite of passage. You try to fucking play pro ball, and you're so kind. Yeah, and you have to learn. Again, you start putting up some numbers, I think I got this shit, blah, blah, blah. And then, bro, you need to get slapped a little bit, right? I mean, you got to get fucking punked and
Yeah.
And you come back stronger, and now you're ready, and like you learn, man. It's just
Yeah, you don't give up. Are you ready? You learn, and you go ahead and you do it. That's why, like, your first year, 2 years, or the year of, like, perfecting it, like, cracking the code, making those mistakes. This is not like I'm going to jump in 3 months in, I'm like, Lambos or mansions. No, it doesn't work like that.
work your way there.
Yeah, so you have to, like, make those mistakes. And, it's amazing when somebody can share their knowledge to avoid you making those mistakes.
Yeah.
And in the community, I see it all the time because I log in and I see people talking about different subjects that I'm like, wow, I had no idea about this. Like, and you're learning, and I share what I know, and then I don't know. It breeds more. It keeps me more like on top.
Keeps you alive, man. Is what it does. And man, it reminds me. We were talking about crypto earlier. I'm kind of joking about a lot of shit, but when I was there, I was with Samar, and man, him and I, this is a whole different animal. This community. This community moves different.
Yeah.
They operate different, and at the end, I was glad I saw that because it made me think different. And right, this community changed the election, right? You got these young guys. If Trump didn't go on the Joe Rogan podcast, he wouldn't won. And I don't know if you know this. Barron, his son, was 18 years old, told him, Dad, you got to go on this podcast, the Nelk Boys, this one. And he had no idea. Like, he didn't know what he was doing on it, but he did well. And like, Dad, you know how that changed the election. He was fucking right. He got the votes. These are people that didn't vote Republican, and they switched up. Or like, I'm going to vote for this guy because he won on there. He put FaceTime on there. And he's a 79-year-old guy. But he was there in that community. They liked what he said. But when I was at the crypto at Live, at that nightclub, I was like, bro, I felt a little bit out of place, but I'm like, I liked it. I felt like a little uncomfortable, but you got to get out of your comfort zone. But that's why in those communities, when you have young people, you got older people, you got a whole mishmash. That's how you fucking grow, man. Because these guys are in the weeds with crypto. I'm not in the fuck. I know what I know. I've got coins, but these guys are next level, man. But that's the importance of it. Yeah.
I have a few of my friends. I have this picture in my Instagram. It's me and plus 3 of my other friends, right? And we have the before and after picture. It's funny. The before pictures, we're all sitting down outside of my parents' house. We were broke as a joke, all 4 of us. The only thing that we wanted to was to make money.
Yeah.
And then when you do the after pictures, all of us, after success, 3 of them made them in crypto.
Wow.
It was the only one that did lead gen calls. The other 3 of them, crypto. They invested in crypto early. And like you said, they got into it. They got into, identifying the patterns and the trends and doing all that crypto things I don't know about. The thing is that, they're making 7-8 figures from crypto, and they move differently. They completely move different.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more flashy lifestyle that they have as well.
Well, think about it. They make that money that quickly, right? And it happens. I mean, I've been there. I remember 2022. I was fucking spending a lot of money, doing all sorts of crazy shit, and looking back, what the fuck, man, I should have been smarter with it, right? But you have that rush. It comes fast, man. So then it almost, I don't know if it's good or bad in the sense like it becomes like an addiction. You want to keep that going, so you figure out all the ways your brain. So I can see that, but listen, respect to them because we both had something. I think, I don't know if you had bought Solana. You said you missed it.
Yeah.
But I bought it. I sold it. I didn't buy it again. That was my mistake.
I sold it. I think in crypto and in investing, time is in your favor.
Oh, absolutely.
So like,
the
thing is sometimes like, I'm not a professional trader or anything like that, so I make emotional mistakes.
Yeah.
And if it was calls, I would like, hey, don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for sure, yeah.
But I don't. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm gonna lose all my money in this shit.
Yeah.
And then you sell it, and then it bounces back, and I'm like, fuck, I should have. But it's too late.
It is what you're in your lane. But if you have friends like that, I mean, this is not going to disappear. There'll be another coin. And the good thing is like now this day and age with the podcast, I was listening to one, and the guy broke down the election right after it happened, and he gave some coins, and I started putting some money in these coins. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to fucking keep buying them. I'm going to put like some for my kids, and I'm not even going to look at them. Just keep buying and buying. I have a buddy of mine. He forgot he had crypto. I wasn't doing that well. He looked the other day, he had $700,000 in his fucking wallet.
That's what I was gonna tell you. That the only one that is doing good in this crypto shit is my dad, and he doesn't even know about it.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know, like 6 years ago or whatever, I was like open a Coinbase account and put some money in there, and he kept putting little by little in there, and then he doesn't even know the password to Coinbase. I'm like, great, bro, amazing.
Yeah.
Your portfolio is doing great because he's not trading it.
Yeah.
So God knows how much it grew into.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
But
I sell that shit. I see that it goes up. I'm like,
I'm the same way, yeah.
It goes up, I'm like, fuck.
Well, it's like
this.
campaigns, but you know, always saying you're going to see on the LFG show. We're going to talk to a lot of more traders and people in crypto too. And I traded today. I sold my options in gold and silver. I've been buying and selling that and doing pretty well. But the point, I think it's almost like a campaign. It's, we know things don't last forever, right?
Yeah.
So but someone like that that's not from our world, they're willing to hold on. They don't even know they're like less. But that's what I'm going to do with my kids' portfolio. Put X amount in these coins. That's it. That's long term. I'm not trading that shit.
Yeah.
I got another account. I told my wife, listen, this fucking going in there. Don't even let me know the password. Boom, have that. Then I'll have my fun. I have my trading account, you know. But that's how it is. But the point of going back to the community is that when you have these communities, you got the fucking experts. They'll tell you what to do. Like you told people what to do about the Medicare. You have the checklist, right? If you don't have to be an expert at crypto, but if you have people that are, they'll guide you. We got a buddy. I'm not gonna say his name, man. And you know, this guy, man, him and I used to trade together. When we trade together, it would be like, we wouldn't make money because we'd be pissed off, like, I'm out, and then the shit would explode. And we're, what the fuck, man? So we stopped doing that, and we're both doing better than ever. This guy's portfolio has gone up a lot. He moved to Puerto Rico. He's in proximity with these fucking traders. They go there, 4% tax, and now his fucking portfolio has gone up through the roof, right? So the point is, it's the community, man. Like, you want to make a billion pay-per-call, you got to follow the right people. Follow Adam Young, follow Carlos Corona, right? The podcast, the information is out there for you.
Yeah.
So are you going to put the time to take advantage and listen to that?
And you're going to execute it.
Yeah.
Because you get ideas. You can come up with all this different campaigns and different ideas, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But are you actually going to execute it? Are you going to follow through? Are you going to, optimize your results and do all that?
Yeah.
If you're willing to do it, it's the best thing to do.
Bro, we got the sun coming out.
Yeah, the sun is
yo,
camera guy. Where's
it looks good on camera.
Where's the sun coming from?
It's like the episode's ending, the day
Move
is
the
ending.
sun to the
It's like
sun.
Mr. Rogers feel.
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to say about so going back to community, man. What are some real good success stories? I know I've heard a lot of people from your communities, and you told them how to get into it. Now that they're winning Go to Words, million, 10 million plus. Like, give us like a couple real good success stories.
There's a lot. Like, I don't want to drop names.
You have to drop names. Just
but
say
there's a lot. There's people that come in that have built their company to 80 plus people, doing 50 million plus revenue.
50
in revenue yearly. There's guys that have come in, started in pay-per-call, and now have venture to insurance agencies, and now own both, a lead gen company and an insurance agency with 40 plus people in there. It's people that came in and didn't make it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So numbers.
There's a lot of publishers that have done. I want to say, people that join in, new to pay-per-call, 19 plus, maybe 20 plus that have done 7-figure, which is quite good thinking about it. And tons of other success that might not be like so much financial, but lifestyle freedom. People that have moved or have paid off their mortgage or their student loan debt, or bought their parents' ex thing, those things, or people that have more freedom to be with their family because now they're doing this. But it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. Like at the beginning, it's a lot of work. You're learning something new. It's like me dropping you off in a construction site and be like, build me a house. Right? Imagine if you had no guidance. How's that house going to look like? Right? And even with guidance, it's questionable. I'm sure by your 4th or 5th house, you'll probably be better at it. So it's not for everybody, but if you're willing to put in the work, and if you're willing to, you know, be open-minded, get yourself out there, surround yourself with the right people, not give up, you can have a great business in this industry, you know, 7-8 figure business, 9-figure business.
What do you think? So you mentioned some of the. I might know the answer already. You gave some clues, but what's the common denominator for the people that didn't make it to 7, 8, 9 figures a year in pay-per-call versus the ones that did? I mean, you have to say like 2, 3, like common denominators.
A lot of them are obsessed about it. You know, obsessed about their business, obsessed about their growth, obsessed about self-development, education. That's one. 2, they are the quickest one to respond. Whether it's a text message, a phone call, or an email, it's almost like an instant response. So that tells you that they're on top of their game. That, you know, they have that, I don't want to say that zero inbox mentality, but you're definitely not waiting, you know. So, and they started networking in the industry very extensively, showing up to all the trade shows, shaking hands, kissing babies, type of thing, right? So being in all the conferences, all the trade shows, all the meetups, you know, building that rapport, you know, building that presence in the community. So that would be like, you know, kind of like, I guess, the 3 things, right? They were obsessed about their business, obsessed about growing, self-development, making it big. They were quick in taking actions, you know, whether it was creating a brand or funnel, responding to email, communication, you know, they're present, they're there, and networking.
Yeah. And like attracts like too. If they're JC, you're obsessed, you care about your shit, you're gonna attract other people like that, whether they're an advertiser, publisher, whatever, and then you have this network of fucking go-getters, right? And then you all grow together.
Yeah, and you see them grow, like, and it's funny because I mean, like, not mentioning name, but I've seen people that are very well known in the industry, and at one point, that, you know, what is pay-per-call, right? And fast forward 2 years, 3 years, and I'm like, wow, hey, don't forget where you came from. Right? But they make huge companies, and they make they create this abundance, not just for them, but for their team, you know, for their family that works in the team, all these people that are hired. All these people that are hired, not here in the U.S., but think about it, across the world, you know, most of the type of companies in pay-per-call are mostly like remote, so they have staff from all over the world. Think about it.
Yeah, it's
crazy. Definitely bigger than us.
It's amazing. It really is. So let's we we're talking about crypto before, and I guess crypto was it was new, right? Something that disrupted things. The blockchain disrupted things. Another thing, AI. AI is disrupting things. These stocks are going through the roof. And when I was at the TCPA Summit, they talked about how, you know, obviously everyone's looking to cut down on robocalls. They have to do one-to-one, all this shit. But AI has become a big focal point of regulation. So what's the future of AI in lead gen, in your opinion, or how are you using AI?
We're definitely using AI. I think AI is becoming part of our everyday, just like the cell phone and, you know, vehicles, you know. It's part of our everyday life, and everybody's just eventually going to start using AI. Maybe some of the older generation, you know, like 80, 90, maybe it's not. But definitely the younger generation, and not, you know, everybody's just using AI. So definitely AI, I think it's going to be a part of, you know, of our life forever. And we're using it to make us work faster. So we analyze how the process is normally done by a human, And then how can it be done by AI? And if it's possible that it can be done by AI, how can we do that efficiently in the best way possible? Then that's how we're using AI right now. Like, we're not using AI to do anything crazy. I know some people are doing amazing stuff. Not us. We're just doing it to aid or help or make our team better. Eventually, maybe we'll get into some more crazy stuff. But right now, it's more like for efficiencies. And, you know, what was the other question? The future?
The future of lead gen, and how AI probably plays a big role in that, right? But what do you say is the future?
Yeah, everybody says that lead gen is going to be dead 5 years. I've been hearing that like forever, you know. It's going to die. Sure, yeah, it's still here. You know? So, would it be different? For sure. Is there going to be more compliance and regulations and, you know, privacy concerns? For sure, without a doubt. And, you know, you're going to have to adapt as a performance marketer to be able to meet those requirements. And, you know, I think this is going to be amazing. But I also think there's going to be regulations that is going to, you know, prevent us from doing some of the stuff that we're currently getting away with right now using AI, right? So I was giving the example earlier when we were talking about, it's like something new is introduced, like when, like, you know, automobiles were introduced, cars, right? I'm sure there was no, like, you know, airbags and seat belts and signs in the road for night time or none of that shit, right? Speed limits. And then as you go, you know, regulation is introduced and then you have to follow this rule. So I think the same will follow with AI.
Yeah.
Right? Is it a bubble right now? Maybe, you know. A lot of companies just like to use the word AI. And whatever it is that they're doing, they're like, oh, we paint walls using AI. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. So a lot of people are, you know, using that. So maybe, but we're definitely going to see some great use case coming from that. It's going to make our life a lot easier. I think so. For some of the stuff that we do. Definitely, I don't see lead gen going anywhere. I see that it's going to probably be more regulated. And consumer initiated anything is going to be on high demand, whether it's phone calls or form, you know, not so much form fills, but like CPA stuff, like e-com purchases and appointments and stuff like that. That's going to be on high demand.
Yeah. So how are you using it? I know a lot of media buyers using AI for creatives, that stuff. I mean, is that using it in that capacity?
No, we don't use it for creatives. We use it for internal operations, for quality assurance.
Perfect.
Like for phone calls, so, you know, knowing what's going on behind the phone calls and stuff like that.
Like we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
Again, the media feedback loop, so you can provide better quality and better communication with your clients.
Correct. Yeah, we can provide them a better overview or a summary of what's going on. So we use it more so for that side of the business.
Got it.
Not so much. I think that for, and again, this is my personal opinion. I think that for like ad creatives and media creation and stuff like that, it's very good, but it's not there yet. But it's extremely good. And some people are seeing huge success with it. But I think it still needs like another year before it's there.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the lead gen world. The vendors, it's always good to see what they're doing. Some are like full of BS, right? But every so often you catch someone that knows what the hell they're doing.
I mean, if you look at last year, what some of these AI companies were doing as far as like image generations and video renderings and even, you know, large language models. And if you look at that last year and you look at this year, it's like day and night. Right? So I think that, you know, come next year, it's going to be like, And 5 years from now, it's
Oh my god, yeah.
full blown.
Yeah, our kids are gonna be shit, man.
Yeah.
It reminds me when we had a VCR. My dad didn't know how to use a fucking VCR. Like, so simple, right? It's VCR, whatever. Like,
how do you rewind this
you
shit?
rewind this, man. Tape decks, and that's what's gonna be. Our kids are just,
Yeah.
you know, they're gonna be a whole nother level.
What about the Elon Musk robots, the one that Kim K was doing?
Oh, that's true too. Yeah, Elon Musk robots, all that stuff. Yeah.
Can't wait to have a robot to do my dishes and
Yeah, that's.
do my laundry. That's good
But
for me.
I mean, we joke about it, but it's true that it helps you fucking save time, focus more on what we're good at, right? Creative the ideas and executing and all that shit.
Yeah. Does it though?
It should. I mean, on paper, it should, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing, and at the same time, it's like, is it a great thing? You know?
Yeah.
Is it really like? I love ChatGPT. Don't get me wrong. I think it's the shit. But like, is that gonna make me like, you know, lazy or something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna want to type a paper anymore.
Yeah.
Is everything that I'm gonna like use like generated by ChatGPT? Is it gonna be robots talking to robots? Like, is that where we're heading?
Scary shit. I was, bro, I
think about it.
You make me nervous now, man. I'm like, what fuck kind of world is this? It's like Terminator. You know, these fucking robots everywhere. Children, I don't know.
Because if you're writing your shit with ChatGPT and you post it on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I'm writing my shit with ChatGPT, and then when I go to comment on your stuff, it's telling me AI can write your response, right? So is it robots talking to robots, or what the hell is going on?
The political, that's what they do, man. They get these fucking robots in there, and then it causes a stir, and boom, everyone's going in and out, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. You can think about that one.
No, it's true. But I was thinking about getting the driverless car, right? 'Cause I don't drive. Now I take Ubers everywhere. I kind of miss driving, man. And for me, it's cool because I get work done. I've been more productive. But I miss fucking driving, man. So I've been looking at that Tesla one, but I don't know. I don't know if I could take control. I can let a fucking robot or machine take control of driving. What's that?
I'm just laughing at the sun.
Oh, the sun is no joke, man. It's right in our face.
How's the sun doing, cameraman?
I'm just sitting to show the people.
Oh, how?
Yeah, right in our face, man.
Yeah. The things that we do.
Cool, man. Oh, make sure we don't drop that T. All right. So anyway, going back to where we're talking about the future here, right? What the future is, Allegiant, the future of AI, all this stuff. I mean, what are your thoughts about 2025? I mean, I personally, I'm excited. 2024 was one of these years where we're at to reset a bit. And I like how we ended the year as a company. I like how I ended the year. I felt like I did a lot of self-development. And it wasn't, again, not what I expected. When we did the podcast in January of this year, I don't know, I think I was really expecting a lot of different things, a lot of curveballs, but I feel like some curveballs almost took us out, but we're here, man. We're fucking still standing, we're going strong, we're lean and mean. I'm pumped up. And how you feel about 2025?
I feel it's going to be an amazing year.
Yeah.
I personally think that interest rates are going to drop. Also, because we have a new sitting president, a lot is going to get done that first quarter. So, looking to ride the wave of whatever new initiative is passed, whatever they're coming up with. But in the long term, I think that you're going to see some declines in interest rates, which is going to boost the economy. Maybe personal loans, new purchases like new vehicles, maybe some home improvement sectors might do good as well. So that's where I see, that's what I think is going to happen, but I'm not sure. I think nobody knows, so we just have to live it. And in the meantime, we continue to push health insurance, and Medicare keeps going strong, and there's definitely a lot more compliance and more regulation, but it does not mean that there's less demand. It just means that there's more requirement to supply the demand, right? Same thing with ACA, and I think we've seen some regulations as well as ACA introduced by CMS, like that three-way call-in. First it was like a verification pin, and then three-way call-in, and they're coming up with some other stuff. Last I heard is like they're doing some identity resolution stuff to prevent fraud and misleading ads and stuff like that. But ACA is also doing well. It's doing very good. So I think that's going to continue into 2025.
Yep.
And on. If there's any new regulations introduced about ACA, it's going to take some time before they can even replace it. And maybe it's a good thing. Well, maybe it's not. So we'll see. And just keeping a lookout for that. And I think auto insurance is been doing a comeback. So I think into 2025 you might see that category explode. And I'm not sure because I don't want to put I don't know how to say it. I think debt is like prime right now. Credit card debt settlement. I think that right now it's the time. It might get a little better coming into the next year, but
Yeah, I feel like debt's been, it's always there, right? And it goes through these cycles where it's really hot, then it gets harder. It's like all over the place. But the people that have stuck with it, it's kind of like we was talking about with Medicare, and like the guys who hit the 100 million plus, they stuck with it. They've gone with the ups and downs. They've done the right thing in terms of the evolution of everything. Been good to their clients, and they're the ones riding the wave. But I do agree that shit isn't going to stop. And then that's also good for credit repair. It's like a revolving cycle. There's this the credit repair.
I think that is
ties into personal loans, right? So that people they don't do the credit card debt settlement. They need money. They get a personal loan. Payday probably do well.
Yeah, debt is at an all-time high. So I think that is it's great if you've been running that and you build a network of buyers and trusted source or media buyers that can run the campaign. But if you have your shit together, I think it's an amazing vertical to be in.
I feel like less people are talking about it. I feel like everyone was talking about it a year ago. Probably when we did this podcast, everyone was talking about debt right around that time.
Yeah.
I feel like people have, like the way they come out, right? But that gives you opportunity to get in, do it right. Yeah.
Here's the thing, man. Like, anybody can run any vertical. Like, the thing is, like, can you run it for multiple years?
Exactly.
Right? Because I can come in super fucking aggressive and run debt, but I'm talking about like, this boy is wild aggressive. But how long is that gonna last before I lose cap with every single buyer? And that's what you see.
Yeah.
See, people are coming in hot, chasing that dollar, and they want to scale as much as possible, and they want that ROI to be as high as possible. Nothing wrong with it. But they run so aggressive that they lose cap, and it's such a small industry that you start like you start getting like your door shot, and then you can't run that anymore. Then you have to switch to a different vertical, and you didn't learn your lesson, so you do it all over again. And before you know, you're not doing pay-per-call anymore because you just ran through everybody.
And there's only a select big group of big buyers, and they all fucking know each other, right? It's like,
they all know each other.
Like 3 to 5 in every vertical.
Correct.
And then where you go to the mid-tier guys that just don't have their shit together, it's not worth it.
Questionable. Are they going to pay me? Whatever.
Exactly.
Or waiting to get paid so I can get paid. Like, the point is, like, if you can run it nice, profitable, and you can maintain a CPA that is acceptable with the buyer, and if you are proactively working with your buyers to make sure that their agents understand that their call flow, and more importantly, to make sure that you understand their call journey and their process, so you can deliver exactly what is it that they need, right? And create your ads around that, around the questions that they're asking. the rebuttals and whatnot. Like it's if you can do that, then you have uncapped demand from.
They have big budgets, these guys.
Huge budgets.
Crazy fucking budgets. All you need is one of those groups to change your life.
Yeah. So that is like, I tell everybody, like, that is like mining for diamonds, Because all the buyers are like, oh yeah, we want that 15,000, 20,000 plus that. I'm like, sure, but I gotta go through this.
Exactly.
Stuff. Yeah. Well, sure, we'll find those, but in the meantime, there's gonna be a lot of 10 and 8Ks. Because that's just the way that, America is set up. They're not stupid.
Of course, man. Everyone's spending money. I would hear all this shit. The economy's bad. I travel everywhere. People are spending. I'll go to South Carolina. People spending money.
Yeah.
Texas is spending money. Fucking Kansas is spending money. We were at Tampa. Everyone's fucking spending money, man. They put on their credit cards. It is what it is. I think a lot of it has to do with social media.
Yeah.
The instant gratification of America, man. Everyone wants to live up with, appear to live up, whatever. So they're getting the butt lifts, they're getting the implants, they're getting the teeth, the perfect teeth shit going on.
Care credit.
Oh yeah, care credit, all this Affirm, like all this crap, man. And you see it in the stock market. Look at those stocks, Affirm, this and that. I mean, it is what it is, whether you like it or not. And us as internet marketers, I mean, we got to pay attention to those cycles because that's how you make your money. Anthony Sandreas said something really good one time. I don't know.
That's where Adam got it from. Anthony.
He's the one who said that quote earlier?
The hire consultant. Because that's what he did when he was growing.
Pocket Your Dollars?
Pocket Your Dollars.
He had a couple different brands.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Listen to the experts. They know they're but what he said, I don't know where he said this. And if you guys don't know this, he was crushing in pay-per-call for debt. Medicare, insurance, big exit, man, like high 8-figure exit. Great guy too, by the way, but he hit it at the right time. He had very good timing. He surrounded himself with experts. He had a group out of Boston, great, I don't know if they were private equity, what they were, but they guided him through the process. And bro, he followed the checklist and he exited in a great amount of money. And a real humble guy that you talk to, you would never know, man. Not flashy at all.
Nice guy.
Really great guy, man. He'll give you all the best advice. But anyway, he said somewhere that to know what's going to be a hot vertical or some shit, or you're in a vertical, listen to the publicly traded earnings calls.
Yeah.
Because they have to talk about their earnings. What's making money? What's losing money? And that was such great fucking advice, right? And like Fluent, Co-Reg, I mean, they've had some ups and downs, but back in the day, they were fucking doing stupid numbers, 700,000 leads a day, publicly traded. Get on their earnings calls. Listen, we're not doing too good in this vertical, but guess what? Debt's picking up. You follow the fucking coattails, man. Success leaves clues. But when he said that, I can't believe no one talked about it. But that's what you're talking about, the interest rates. We're talking about debt. That's how you make your money. You got to find where the money's flowing so you can take a little piece of that, man.
And now it's easier because now you can get the transcript of the call.
Oh, yes.
Put it into an LLM like ChatGPT and...
I don't think he could have done that back then. He probably listened to all of those. You're right. Now
back then he was like listening.
That was like 2018, 2019. Yeah, that's a good point you make. Like we have no excuse nowadays, man. And like even me, listen, I'm busy as fuck, and sometimes I even use that. Someone like me, and for me to say that's fucked up, like I didn't have the time. But bro, with all these tools right now, I got a lot of people on my team. It's not who, not how. Who on your team can get that fucking transcript for you? If I don't have to use somebody to get that shit, utilize it. You're paying them, right?
Yeah.
So it's theirs. There's so much gold on their feet nowadays. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, we did that with the whole. We had to do a whole bunch of tutorials for one of our software, Unique 360. Mm-hmm. So we had to do I'm talking about a lot. It was like 67 videos, and I told my team there is no way I'm recording 67 videos. Each video is like 2-3 minutes, showing you how to do certain feature stuff. So we had somebody do it, and then we had 11 laps, clone my voice.
Wow.
Bam. Beautiful.
Amazing.
It looks like I did it.
Think about how much time man, that's crazy. That's beautiful.
You just, put my voice into that, use ChatGPT to
man, you motivated me, man.
Oh, thank you.
Deborah, I gotta get Deborah on that. Getting the fucking transcripts, man. But that's the beauty of this stuff, right? Yeah. But it's awesome. We talk to each other, we get ideas.
The transcripts from the earning calls.
Yeah. It's a huge
and
idea.
I'm sure there's people that built but like GPT models, and you can just get it. If not, there's a website. I'll drop you a golden nugget. There's a website called Salad.
Like the salad that you eat?
Like, yes.
It's not tossing salads.
Yeah, that's
It's a salad.
not the one that you toss. The one that
no
you
Diddy
eat.
shit.
No Diddy shit. Salad. SALAD.com.
Okay.
That's what we use for transcript. It might not be the fastest one in the market, but it's definitely the most affordable one.
Probably the healthiest one too.
Yeah. By fastest, I don't mean it like, like I wouldn't compare it to like, I don't know, like Deepgram or Assembly or one of this like, really like enterprise grade tools. Like this one is good. It will get the job done, but it's super cheap. You pay 10 cents per hour of transcription. That's like,
wow,
extremely cheap.
Bro, so many fucking nuggets, man. If you listen to this, you gotta listen to shit twice. Get someone on your team to fucking take those nuggets, man. Drop nuggets in the beginning, middle, and end, man. This was a very complete interview. Pom, man.
Let's do it.
Deep Miami shit, man. Speaking of Miami, listen, we're gonna do some masterminds here, man. We're gonna do a bunch of things. Yeah, it'll be industry plus non-industry. We're gonna hybrid. We're gonna marry this shit, man. Bring internet marketing, call center acumen, AI stuff to these industries that don't know shit about this, man. That's disruption. We're gonna do that in Miami, man.
It's a great restaurant that we can do it.
Let's go, man.
The Golden Rouge.
I know that place. Yeah, French, right? Yeah, good stuff. I love it, bro. Listen, guys,
hey,
Carlos Corona. Fucking legend, man.
Thank you.
Money Making Thursdays. Drop a link. I'm gonna be on the next one, man. You'll see me there. I want to be on there. I want to learn. Gotta keep learning, man. You stop learning, you're fucking dead.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
LFG, let's fucking go, baby.
Let's fucking go, baby.
2025.
2025, big year. Love it, man. That was fucking great, man.
Thanks, bro.
Take one of those.
Hey.